Welcome to another episode of Lima Shenanigans 1977. It's either Wednesday or Saturday night, and you know what that means. It is time for your All Elite Wrestling Event Center report. And now here is the man to give you that report. He is All Elite, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode number 2002, February 2nd, 2025, 12:20 a.m. I'm still up. I'm trying to get these videos done. Now I'm going to go take a shower and then get the rest of the clothes in the washer. That way, when I'll be ready for tomorrow for church. So it's been a long, long day. It's been a relaxing day, nonetheless, and a lot of things have gone crazy ever since. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I had a wonderful day. I know I did. So let's get going and talk about what happened on AEW Collision. And as you know, AEW Collision Event Center from the 1st of February 2025. So, you want to hear what happened, if you're interested. It started off with Hook and Samoa Joe taking on the Patriarchies, Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. And you know, Hook and Samoa Joe ended up winning that matchup, but then Christian and Nick Wayne decided to attack Hook and Samoa Joe after the matchup. And Cope, a.k.a. Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge, addressing Jon Moxley. And it seems like Jon Moxley says, he tells Jon Moxley he's a malcontent. And he says he met a lot of them throughout his career, he says. And he's determined to take that title off Jon Moxley. It seems like he wants Jon Moxley for the AEW World title. We'll see what happens. Well, the Beast Mortals was in action against Adam Priest, and Mortals did win the matchup. And then Max Caster comes out, starts running his mouth about the open challenge, and then Roosh answered that open challenge and defeated him. And then he addresses the Huntsville crowd after the matchup, because it took place in Huntsville, Alabama, and started, trying to smack some sense into Beast Mortals. And the Mortals kind of understands, because he was courted by the Undisputed Kingdom. So, we'll see what happens there. Lexi Nair interviewed the Outrunners, who were determined to beat the Learning Tree. And that would be Chris Jericho and Brian Keith. And then Big Bill gets involved during the matchup, which gives the Learning Tree the victory. But as they started beating down the Outrunners after the matchup, here comes Bandino to basically even the score and chase away the Learning Tree. And as Bandito puts Brian Keith to a table to really send a message. Buddy Matthews was talking to Kazuchika Okada. I think Lexi Nair was trying to interview Okada. And then Buddy Matthews trying to issue a challenge to Okada. Okada, though, was laughing about that. Then one of my favorite lovely angels from AEW, my Aussie angel, Miss Harley Cameron, took on Taya Valkyrie, which Cameron did pick up the victory, trying to prove to Mercedes Moné that she deserves a TBS title shot. And then Renee Paquette did a sit-down interview with Ricochet, and then Swerve Strickland took over the interview and got into Ricochet's face. Made him think about what he did and what he's doing. And then the timeless one, Toni Storm, another of my favorite Aussie Angel, decided to talk to the Huntsville crowd and basically said she did not do the whole thing for them. She did it for herself to help herself out. But the fans love it. I love it. I love it. It was a masterpiece, Tony. I know you're not doing it for us. You want to do it to play mind games with Mariah May for 6 weeks. And you know what? Toni Storm was a smart young lady doing that. So, we'll see what happens. At Grand Slam, going to be happening in a couple of weeks. So, Renee Paquette did interview Harley Cameron and decided to use her puppet that looks like Mercedes Moné to get a shot. Mercedes Moné looks at Harley Cameron. So you're entertaining, you're good, that's why people love you, but you're still a loser. And I'm not giving losers a shot on the money train. I was like, if I were Harley Cameron, I would just blindside Mercedes Moné just for the heck of it, you know. And then the TNT title was on the line in a triple threat as Daniel Garcia defending it against Kyle O'Reilly and Lee Moriarty. Garcia retains the title, but then Shane Taylor Promotions tried to attack O'Reilly and Garcia as they both shake hands. But then, and then the rest of the Undisputed Kingdom and Matt Menard and Angelo Parker were backing up Garcia and O'Reilly. And then Hologram, well, he may be returning. So we'll see how that goes. And then Megan Bain, who I found out that is officially signed with AEW, took on Hyena Hera, and Megan Bain picked up the victory. Leo Rush addresses the challenge thrown down by Darius Martin, and Action Andretti decided to chime in. Lexi Nair interviewed Will Nightingale and Chris Statlander. They tried to bury the hatchet, but they, so we're not ready. But Chris Statlander says, "I'm focus on me. I'll go." But you know what? This wasn't broken. And then it was the Mid-South Street Fight as the main event. FTR took on the Death Riders, John Moxley and that Quantum Ranger from Crack, Wheeler Yuta. And then Marina Shafir gets involved. Claudio Castagnoli did too. But then Cope and Jay White did help out. Evening Odds helping FTR win that street fight. Well, all right, I want to reiterate something back from the Royal Rumble matches that we just had. Speaking of which, I figured I'd put a lot of time in for this. Going back to the Royal Rumble matches, I forgot to mention a few things. A lot of people mentioned a lot of wrestlers that weren't in the Royal Rumble. The New Day, for starters. Neither of them were in the Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble. Who else? Now, Randy Orton was hurt. Yeah, he's taking some time off, so he couldn't compete. I mean, no Aleister Black, so I don't know if he's still under AEW contract and they're going to let that contract run out. Who knows? Let's see who else wasn't in it. I know a lot of people were disappointed that R-Truth wasn't in it, or Pete Dunne wasn't in it. I'm trying to figure out who was not in it. A lot of names were missing. Karrion Kross wasn't even in the Royal Rumble. He should have been in the Rumble, to be totally honest. AOP could have been in the Rumble. Wasn't. We could have more NXT representatives, like a Trick Williams or Oba Femi. They could have been in the Royal Rumble. How about the women's side? A lot of people are not very happy that Charlotte Flair won. A lot of people are not happy that Nikki Bella made her return at number 30. That place would have won. I would say, AJ Lee. Where was she? Where was Becky Lynch? We know most of Damage Control is out with an injury. If they were still in it, Io Sky would have won it. I mean, no Dakota Kai, no Asuka, no Kairi Sane. Asuka's going through some fan stalking, and I think, they wanted to be safe and not have her attend the Royal Rumble. That could be an issue. I'm trying to think who else did not show up. We wish up the returning legends like Michelle McCool, Layla, AJ Lee, Melina. But we had a lot of NXT representatives, which is good. Representation was good. So this was like I said, both Royal Rumbles. I think it does not. It had major star power, but like some of the people that we wanted to return did not. Mickie James could have entered the Women's Royal Rumble as well. You never know, and that's why I think a lot of people are kind of iffy about a lot of things on it, and that's understandable. And sometimes circumstances will come up, and that happens, and the company will have no choice but to get somebody else in. Injuries will happen. Who we have not seen in quite a while. Like I said, we haven't seen Asuka. We have not seen Kairi Sane. Dakota Kai recently got hurt. We would have seen someone like Nikita Lyons in there, or Gigi Dolan. Or you can bring back Shotzi for a Royal Rumble. But the fact of the matter is this, that like I said, I'm sure it's very difficult with the talent you got the talent the roster has, it's very difficult who you want in, who you want out. So kind of like put yourself in the company's shoes, in the executive shoes, and find out. The executive shoes, and find out. Hey, what's the deal? You never know, and that's the crazy thing about professional wrestling today. Well, that's all the time we have on the show, and AEW Collision Event Center for February 1st, 2025 is complete. The first collision of 2025. I want to thank you for tuning in to the show in episode 2002. Hopefully, we'll get you another episode for tomorrow. Until then, until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.